Another 1-2 week. For the first half of the season, everything that I thought about a team has not lived up to expectations yet, and that is quite unfortunate. The first game in 8 years that the Broncos have actually beaten the Chiefs because Mahomes had the flu, and if only I had accounted for that. If only I had accounted for that, we would finish with a winning week. But another 1-2 week. Um, oh no, it's gonna take a miracle to try to catch up to Gianni at this point. But you know what? We're gonna try. We're gonna try. We're gonna try to go on that run. Um, Especially considering with one of my teams this week, I'm gonna have to embrace the energy that they bring and hopefully plan for a massive comeback starting this week. So let's jump right into my picks. My first lock of the week. It is going to be the Bengals over the Bills. The Bengals, they're red hot. They look like the Bengals again. They look like the team that made it to the Super Bowl a few years back. All right, and last year they started slow, then they ripped off 13 straight. This year they started slow, and I think they're about to start like another massive win streak again. Joe Shiesty, Joe Cool, Joe Burr, whatever you want to call him, he is so calm, and it's not giving RELAX energy. However, like he's doing everything right now. He's fully healthy. They just dominated the 49ers. Like, I don't think they beat the 49ers. They just dominated the 49ers on their home field. And credit to the Bills. I know Dezzy's not gonna like this pick for obvious reasons, but they've been making moves. They just got Rasul Douglas from Green Bay, but I do think that the Bengals are going to do more than enough in this game to pick up the victory. And this was a game we were supposed to have last year. It's going to be an emotional game, but I do see the Bengals coming out on top as my first lock of the week. My second lock of the week is going to be the Browns over the Cardinals. Kyler Murray is supposed to come back in this game, and I don't think I'm as high on Kyler as a lot of people are, especially on this podcast. I'm not saying that he's a bad quarterback, but coming back against a top 5 defense in Cleveland, like, that's a tall order to ask for. He's gonna be rusty. It's gonna look like he's struggling, and he very well might struggle in this game. But people need to understand it's his first game back. And this Cardinals team is just not built to win that many games this year. And if the Browns want to keep up with the Bengals and the Ravens in the AFC North, they need to take care of business against teams that they're supposed to beat, and they have no reason to lose this game this Sunday. So give me the Browns as my second lock. And for my shock of the week, I'm going to go with the Jets over the Chargers. This is going to be one of the final nails in the coffin of the Brandon Staley era in LA. Justin Herbert, for as much as he's a talented quarterback, he's going to struggle. And it's the Jets defense. The Jets, from the grace of God, by the football gods, found a way to win that game against the Giants this past Sunday. A game where they should have lost. And a big part of that is because the defense, like, this defense is still top 5 in the league. And this game's at home. The Chargers are 3-point favorites as of right now. So I'm definitely going on the side of the Jets right here. Defense wins championships. Offense can only get you that far. And coaching wise, Saleh is a much better head coach than Brandon Staley. Just why my shock of the week is going to be the Jets over the Chargers.
All right, so for the locks and shocks of the week, I'm going to start off with one of my locks. And I'm going to go with the Cleveland Browns over the Arizona Cardinals. Deshaun Watson may or may not be back, not entirely sure. But I know the Browns defense is probably the best, if not at the very worst, probably the number 2 defense in the entire league. They've been dominating on that end all season, and they've solely been winning games because of their defense. Their offense has been pretty miserable. No Nick Chubb, no Deshaun Watson, pretty much all backups in their backfield, and yet they continue to somehow win games, and it's because of that defense against an Arizona Cardinals team who has issues on the offensive line, a massive quarterback question mark. It came out today. I don't understand this. If someone else does, like, saw more details about it, they're not starting Josh Dobbs, who's been their starter all season. Josh Dobbs is not in the conversation to be starting. Who's been serviceable for them? He's been better than expected. It will either be Kyler Murray, who might be back healthy. That makes sense if he's healthy enough. I don't think he'll be healthy enough. Or they're going to go to rookie Clayton Tune. Not sure I get why they're moving on from Dobbs to Tune. But I'm not expecting much from Tune. I think putting him out there against that Cleveland Browns defense is asking for him to fail. Right now, he's probably who I'm expecting him to start, and I don't think that's going to go well at all. My other lock of the week, I'll go the Eagles over the Cowboys. Like, these are two really good teams, don't get me wrong. It's hard rooting against the Cowboys as a lock because they are a good team. But I think the Eagles are the better team. I think they have the better overall roster, better coaching staff. I think they have the better chance of winning this game. It is a divisional game. The Eagles are at home. All the advantages them are in their favor. So for my second lock of the week, I'm going to go with the Philadelphia Eagles. My shock of the week, I'm surprised this team was the underdog. I'm going to go with the LA Rams over the Green Bay Packers. The Packers look absolutely terrible. They started off to the start of the season, Jordan Love was looking promising. They were winning a couple games. Ever since then, it feels like it's been going downhill for that team. Jordan Love has been getting more and more inefficient, inaccurate. He's been struggling all season. And the Rams have been kicking. Like, ever since Cooper Kupp came back, Puka Nacua has been balling out since week 1. That team has surprised a lot of people, including me. I was expecting them to compete for the number 1 overall pick. I am just remembering why they're the underdogs. I think Matthew Stafford's out. But screw it. I have faith in Sean McVay. I have faith in that wide receiver core, faith in that defense. I think the LA Rams are going to upset the Green Bay Packers.
All right. For my first lock of the week, I'm going to go with what Sean said. I'm going to go with the Browns over the Cardinals. I don't understand that either. I don't know why did they bench Dobbs, even though yesterday, he played. Besides that interception he threw, he played pretty well against us yesterday. So I don't know what are they doing benching him. And obviously the Browns have a top 2 defense in the NFL. They're going to destroy that rookie quarterback. And they're starting. So I agree with Sean. I'm going to go with the Browns over the Cardinals. But my second lock is I'm going to go with the Steelers over the Titans. Congratulations, Will Levis. Everyone, let's give a clap to Will Levis. Let's all give a round of applause to Will Levis for throwing 4 touchdown passes against the Houston Texans defense. Let's give a clap. Let's give a round of applause. But now, Will Levis, you're going up against TJ Watt now, buddy. You're going up against Mike Tomlin now, buddy. Good luck when you're going up against TJ Watt. It's going to be special. It's going to be special because we'll see how great Will Levis is when he's going up against that defense and a top 3 coach in Mike Tomlin. Well, we'll see how he is. We'll see how great he is. But I think the Steelers are going to beat the Titans to shreds because Will Levis, he had a great game. He had a great game against the Texans, bro. 4 touchdown passes in your debut. I'm not hating. That's great. But you have Mike Tomlin now. You have probably the best pass rusher in football in TJ Watt. Sorry, Will Levis, but you're not throwing 4 touchdown passes against that Steelers defense. I'm just saying. I don't think you're going to do that. But I'm going with the Steelers over the Titans. And my shock of the week, I think the Giants are going to upset the Raiders. For some odd reason, I feel like the Raiders just stink. Josh Jacobs might not be a Raider by the time Sunday comes. Jimmy G's a bum. The Raiders are just the Raiders. John knows this because he's in their division. The Raiders stink. There's no hope for that team, man. There's no hope for that team. I just feel like the Giants, after trading whoever they traded, that Sean is
Leonard
so
Williams.
hyped out. Yeah, I don't care.
It was a really good trade.
I don't care.
He's a good player, don't get me wrong. Shout out to Seahawks.
He's a good player.
Pickup for them.
He's a good player. But I think the Giants are going to upset the Raiders because, the Raiders are the Raiders. And Sean, give us Saquon.
Okay, for my locks and shocks, I got to agree with you guys over Pittsburgh over Tennessee. Titans, I know they had a great win against who did they play again? I forgot now.
The Texans.
The Texans?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, Honestly, I think this is just going to be a blowout win. It's a Thursday night game on the road in Pittsburgh. Short week, just a disaster for the Titans coming up. For my second lock of the week, I'm going to go with the Ravens over the Seahawks. I know the Seahawks had a great win and they look really, really good, but I think it's going to be a tough game at 1 o'clock. West Coast team going to the East Coast. I think it's going to be a tough game for them. Baltimore is playing pretty well. I think they should get a win. I think it's going to be probably like a 14-point type of win. And I think Lamar is going to throw like 3 or 4 touchdowns in that game. And for my upset and shock of the week, I'm going to go with Jets over the Chargers. I'm surprised the Chargers are 1-point favorites. This is like a close game to me. And it's a Monday night game in MetLife. And I think the Jets somehow win that game in the fourth quarter, last second field goal. And that's my shock of the week. But like you guys said, too many good games this coming week. I think the NFL these next couple weeks is going to ramp up a lot of competition and everything.